Hey everybody, Timmy here on the Turn 'em Sideways YouTube page, and I just wanted to go ahead and make a quick video talking about Magic the Gathering drafts, why I don't do them, and why I don't think it's smart for you to do them either. Now, for those of you that don't know, a draft is very simple. It's a limited format where a player buys 3 booster packs. You crack one, thumb through them, pick a card, and pass the cards to the left. Go ahead and do this until every pack is empty. Open the second pack and pass to the right. The draft format's going to be the same for the most part wherever you go. Now, before I go on, drafting is easily the most level playing field in all of Magic because deck construction is done on the fly. With an ever changing pool of cards, actually, you have zero indication as to what may or may not come back around the table or what you'll even see in the packs that you open later. For this reason, I do love drafting. I always keep this in mind when I do occasionally do it, which is usually to help people fire off an event so that their night isn't wasted. Now, the reason I don't draft comes down to a financial aspect, in that I feel that your MTG money can be spent much better. You can get much better bang for the buck, and I'll explain how right here. Now, for clarity's sake, let's just use Star City pricing and say we want to go ahead and draft Aether Revolt. Well, that's $3.49 for a booster pack. We need 3 of them. That's $10.47 for the 3. That's before tax as well. Go ahead and trust me on that math. I spent 80 grand for 4 years. I think I can do that math. I hope. I'm not sure. Now, most stores will sell you the 3 packs for an even 10, and many stores will even cover your sales tax if you pay in cash. So honestly, it can save you money on booster packs, which is an awesome upside. Not to mention the fact that the packs are entry fee alone. So on top of a discount on 3 booster packs, you're getting tournament entry. That's all pretty cool. Those booster packs could have so much value in them, and though it is unlikely, you could crack open a foil Heart of Kieran in each one of those packs, meaning for a $10 investment, you get $80 in value. That's pretty good, but this is where I shy away from drafting. It's the maybe factor of it. It's kind of like, oh man, a Rise of the Eldrazi booster for $15.99? Oh, hell yeah, dude, I could crack an Emrakul for $50, and all his dust would break even plus the bulk I get, or damn, I could get a Kozilek, so much value, how could I go wrong, right? It's a Hellcarver Demon. It's a $1.50 mythic. I'm a fool. I played myself. I'm a fool in a man's shoes. Now, if you're like I was and you're trying to play a constructed format on top of drafting, you have to find the fun somewhere and cut back on something. You can't just go ahead and skip 2 drafts a month and buy into Modern Jund. I wish it was that easy, but you can make a decent dent in the amount needed to buy into something like Modern. Now, I'm recording this before the new Modern Masters comes out, so I don't know where prices are going to end, but let's go ahead and just say we're going to use Star City Games and we need a Cavern of Souls. You're probably going to need 2 of them if they're worth running at all, and they are, because a certain YouTuber told you to buy a few of them in his Shaman deck tech a few months ago. Go back and watch that. Do it. Send me presents. But that's $60 a card, and again, you're going to need at least 2 of them if they're worth running at all. That's a pretty big chunk of change right there. So my thought process behind giving up drafting on a weekly basis was, hey, I spend $10 a week to draft with my buddies. On top of my other MTG related purchases, if I just don't draft for 6 weeks, I have my Cavern of Souls without spending any extra money. And then it became even more logical to stop drafting altogether with my buddies when this thought came into my head. I'm spending $10 a week every week to draft with my buddies. I could put that $10 elsewhere and just have $520 for whatever I want at the end of the year. And though that $520 in booster packs could have had some great value, you could just go ahead and buy, say, Ad Nauseam and have guaranteed value versus a gamble. Ad Nauseam isn't perfect, but you could buy lots of things for $520 or get close to them. You could buy the aforementioned Ad Nauseam deck. You could get Titan Shift. You could get close to Affinity. You could buy Eldrazi and Taxes outright at the time of filming this. You could even be that guy at FNM and buy Merfolk. You could be that guy. Also, remember how I said that skipping out on drafts for 2 months won't buy you Modern Jund? Well, sorry, that's still true, but it could buy you Mono Green Stompy and Modern. That's the deck real men use, and what we're talking about here is that just by saving, you won't spend any extra money, but you'll still have a proven deck. I mean, hell, you could even buy a pretty nifty Orzhov Modern deck that a certain YouTuber by the name of Timmy over on the Turn 'em Sideways YouTube page made a few months ago. I'm just saying. Now, I'm not making this video to bash drafting. As I said, there is some serious value that could come of it, especially now that we have masterpieces or whatever they'll be called from set to set. Plus the fact that I acknowledge you're getting both booster packs at a discount and tournament play on top of it. My point is, as someone in their 20s that knows how expensive this hobby can get, on top of Uncle Sam wanting his money for the shitty education he gave you, maybe drafting isn't the best use of your MTG money. Maybe only draft once a month or something along those lines. I'm just bringing this all up to try and help everyone because I know how hard it can be to balance this hobby with limited funds. Anyway, guys, I'm just a Timmy, so you know how I played. Let me know what you think in the comments below about saving money in Magic the Gathering or just drafting as a whole. Maybe you love it, maybe you hate it. I don't know. Everyone's different. Thanks for listening to Turn 'em Sideways. Later, guys.